This RSBANB update nibble originally aired on RSBANB Update episode 717, A Sticky Situation. Enjoy. It's obviously not a bond sync, then. We've just debunked
the point
that.
is, like, to pick your own XP. Like, they're getting you on both ends, right? They got you on Treasure Hunter because you bought keys. Now you have a bunch of bonus experience and stuff that you don't need and didn't want. It's going to be locked there. It's going to be wasted unless you buy another bond, and then you can put it where you want. I don't really have a problem with that. I mean,
a company needs to earn money, and I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Absolutely.
But here comes the but that you saw coming. I don't understand why Jagex is looking for all these different ways of monetizing the game. It worries me a bit because I pay per month to play this game.
Yeah, and you just hit the nail on the head with that.
If this was a free-to-play game, I can absolutely see that all these monetization methods being added. But this is a paid subscription game. Like, for the same price I pay for, like, you can get membership for 2 months for, like, what, $20, right?
Yeah.
$25?
Yeah.
For $25,
yeah.
You can play Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
They can get Overwatch indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
Or Rocket League indefinitely. And it makes sense that those are monetization methods to make sure that the upkeep for the server can be kept. But this is a continuous investment to keep playing for me. And somehow Jagex is pulling on each like 50 different sides of me to get more money out of me. And that is not really a practice I appreciate.
Or are they looking for a potential replacement to Treasure Hunter?
I mean,
I don't think they want to be dependent solely on Treasure Hunter, but I mean that's just where they're at.
But like I find that sort of attitude because like it's gonna have an influence on like player trust, right? Like it's gonna have an influence on how people look at the game. Like look at if you looked at this game right now from as an outsider's perspective and you got the following image, which I think is pretty accurate. You pay, what is it? I don't know the prices, like 10 quid a month for this game. And then
or
every day
$12
you
US.
get and then you get every day you get a banner in your face that you can use free rolls and you can pay for more keys to open these chests. Oh, and also there's cosmetics you can pay for. And if you want something if you want like statistics about your gameplay, you need to pay this much per month. And if you also want to get like all these extra rewards, you need to pay this per month. And it's called the Premier Club. And then there's also an item in the game that is actually kind of a must if you want to know how much money you have, that you also have to pay for.
The Wealth Evaluator.
Do you see how many monetization methods I'm already mentioning? And this is not even all of them. And then the obvious response is, but I'm paying 10 quid a month to play this game. And
yeah,
and
they're the good guys of the gaming industry.
So. I mean, I find like I'm not faulting Jagex for wanting to make money, but there is a point where it gets too much, and I think what Jagex needs to do is, instead of just trying to throw as many things as possible at us and seeing what sticks, I think they need to revise their monetization strategy and really think, like, how can we tell, like, a coherent story around this like, you need to get players' trust as well. You need to explain why. Like, I play Rocket League, and I'm not bothered by the fact that there are crates and keys.
Yeah, because they're all cosmetic.
Because first of all, it's all cosmetic, and second of all, like I understand that I paid for it $20 once, and what do I have, like 200 hours of time into it? Like that game needs to upkeep their servers. Like I completely accept that, but for RuneScape, I pay per month, and I find it so hard to justify all this additional monetization being thrown at me.
Yeah,
and this sort of I mean, if they had just released this as a Solomon's General Store item, I would have had these feelings less because it would have been a pre-existing thing. But the way they communicated this sort of like puts it right in my face back this whole discussion about we really need more monetization methods because somehow players are not worth enough or something like that. And it feels so short-sighted. It feels like they're sacrificing long-term player trust for this short revenue win. So, yeah, I just needed to say that.
And on that same note, they have tried to diversify the monetization model and have something a bit more consistent. And they tried that with something last year called Rune Pass.
Yeah.
And Rune Pass failed, not because it was a bad idea, but because the post behind it and the ideas that took hold in the community just poisoned it.
I think they should have made it a true experiment, and they should have turned off Treasure Hunter during that period.
Yes, they should have,
or something like that.
They should have
completely tried the new thing instead of having it on top of the existing, because it sent out the wrong image. Like let's admit, even if the news post had been perfectly valid and fine in explaining their reasoning, how many people actually read the news posts?
Yep. Exactly. And I think that's the key point here, is that we want some kind of monetization, and like you said, is a central story around it is good, but when they tried to change that out last year, it just fell flat on its face, and now we have things like this, seeing if we can add in a specific item for a bond and seeing if that'll fly. So,
like I said, I'm not wronging. Like, I'm not faulting Jagged for trying to make money, but I think it's super important to realize that this is not how you treat a loyal player base.